There's a couple comments I'd like to make. One,
And please state your name and address for
Phil
record.
Roderick, 112 North Main. I apologize. I don't know the procedures. I just come in to do a little complaining for Bill Saylor out at Best Western and myself in regards to the 1912 building. We were promised back in the beginning when that came on board that it wouldn't be clipping away at our rental facilities, and it has been. Bill's now compiling numbers, and he will be coming before you all soon. And I think that it's time that the 1912 building either own up or we gotta call a spade, you know? That's costing us $8,000-9,000 a month. No one subsidizes me. Another thing, I know that we're losing revenue because of Martin's is gone. We all know Wally World's going to be disappearing. There's 5, 6, 8 other businesses that have vaporized from our community. And what I just passed out before you is an answer. Since the bulk of our economy really comes from the school, the university, and the university is hurting, and the head dog down there in Boise says that he's going to be resigning because he can't figure out anywhere else to cut any money. So what I propose is that we are such a progressive city, we stopped smoking. Why don't we go ahead and do something like South Dakota did? And that is we allow lotteries in our community and in the state. We allow the bars, if we want to sell lottery tickets. And it's the same thing as basically having a video lottery, except for a video lottery is, quote, more fun. Because it plays as what you read there. And you'll see the revenue stream in South Dakota last year put $111 million back into their system, they use it for property tax relief there. And basically that's what it would be for us, because it would be going to the education system. And according to the deputy chief, Becky Schroeder, she told me that based upon our population and our current amount of liquor licenses that we have already out in our state, that she suspects that this could be up and operational within 90 days, and we could also be pulling in over $120 million net to the state for the education program. And we need one city to start standing up, and let's start telling our legislators, this is a voluntary tax. This is where it belongs, as a voluntary tax. And if people play it, they play it. They don't play it, they don't play it. Food for thought. One more gripe, and then I'll be all done with you. You guys all know that there's a gentleman's club in the process of being opened, which is going to be totally nude. And I addressed that with you once.
This will be a land use consideration. Are we okay to discuss this at this point? Yes? Okay. We apparently don't have an application before us. Go ahead.
And I think it's time that our city gets something on the books that makes sure that our young children that come, young adults that come to school here, are able to go back home and not have a stigma hung on their neck. And I just hate to see that happen to this community. You know, if we were Los Angeles, who cares? But we're not. And I consider us stewards of the children that come, young adults, that come to our university. And Dan will testify that I take care of every customer that comes into CJ's. Don't I, Dan?
Mr. Roderick, please address your comments to the council.
And I think it's important that the community also be a good steward of the university's students. And if we don't get a law put together that doesn't allow that, I might as well do it. Because if somebody else is going to do it, you guys may throw a law in, and then he's got a monopoly, and I ain't going to let that happen. But right now, I know Randy Fife has some laws already just sitting there in his desk that he could bring up to speed, and we could have it all enacted rather quickly, and we wouldn't have to worry about that type of a parasite in our community. Any questions?
Council members have questions for Mr. Roderick.
A lot of questions.
Or ask them.
I can take them all. What do you got?
Well, the one thing we don't have to ask you is tell us what you really think.
No, never. I'm always in your face no matter what. But at least you know I'm honest.
Thank you, Mr. Roderick.
All right.